So here we are now, we're in the Civic, and we've just done 3 pieces of drama. One on stigma, one on codependency, one on friendship, and a comedy piece at the end. It's a bit overwhelming, even as a facilitator. You see the people you're going to be working with and the process they go through. From day one, the anxiety levels are so high, and from week to week and going through workshops with them, all around confidence building, self-development, getting in touch with their artistic side of their mind, which they think they haven't got but they have. It's about tapping into that. Understanding, you know, is a huge part of it. Understanding where they've come from, the lives they've lived, and just being gentle with it and just going through it on a weekly process. So the potential is huge for them in all areas of life. It's not just in drama. You know, it's how you walk into a room and you go for an interview. You know, it's how you carry yourself, how you look someone in the eye. And that's all the benefits from the workshops that we do. You know, it's all about having fun. Because if you're not having fun with it during the workshops, it's not working, and it's all about having fun. You know, sometimes it can become very real for them also. You know, if we're exploring depression, you know, suicide, that sort of stuff. So you got to be careful, you know, you got to be really careful exploring those topics. But when they're comfortable enough, you just know as a facilitator, you know, from experience, from working in the services, that how far you can push them.
I'm delighted to be a part of the show, and I'm proud to be a part of the show, you know, and watching the whole thing come together is amazing, you know, from the beginning being mad nervous, doing the little bits, you know, and just to see it coming together and people just oozing it, like, you know, and whopping it out of it. It's been brilliant, like.
Since the day I came into recovery, I'm 2 years clean now, and since the day I came into recovery, the amount of help I've gotten has just been brilliant. And I think they're a great establishment, and they just, yeah, they can't do enough for me anyway. I'm working on myself a lot more, my health-wise. I'm doing more that I've always wanted to do in the past, even like joining the gym, the smallest things in life.
Coming into TRP, my goal was just to get stable, just to get the wheels back on, because I came in there just very on my knees, like, you know, and I'm only there since January, and I'm already thinking of college in March. I've already done some stuff to build up to that. So yeah, it's been brilliant. That's all I can say. Like, my confidence has gone from 0 to 10 since I got there, you know, really has. And it's amazing being there, you know, and the support you get, and you never feel like you never feel like you're not being supported. Like, you can say anything, do anything, and they'll support you in that.
I've learned so much about boundaries and about looking after myself. I found my voice again, and it's all from TRP. Like, even sitting here for me is brilliant. I have the confidence. That's what's built up for me, the confidence to go out and meet people again, and yeah, find happiness, and yeah.
It's just the growth in it, and learning about my own behaviours, learning about my own addiction, learning about how I used to relate to the world, you know, and all that kind of stuff, and to be able to change that stuff and live in, it just changed my whole family life, you know, like less rows in the family, all that kind of stuff, just learning about me, and yeah, it's been brilliant, it's been brilliant.
I'm going back to college, yeah, going back to study. I just going on the residential weekend, we're going away, and they chose me like to go, and I was just so honoured that, you know, I was one of the people that was picked to go there, and it's going away for the weekend, and we're going to have fun, and I've learned about boundaries and how to look after myself, how to love myself more, and it's all with the help of TRP.
Because recovery really is for everyone, every person, every family and every community. We celebrate by hosting lots of different events throughout the month of September, and they all lead to the 30th of September, which is International Recovery Day, where buildings around the world light up purple in solidarity.
I think it's very important. You know, in the media you get a lot of the negativity, you get a lot of just negativity in the media all the time. So to have a month and for people to be able to see the other side of recovery, you know, and there is people on the other side still living with the stigma but doing all the right things. And I think it's very important to have this month so that people can see that.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm the manager of the Bernardos Lorien project. We're celebrating International Recovery Day here in the project this morning. We've just had a morning tea and a few of our support services in the community have come up to celebrate with us. The message that I'd like to give today is that recovery is possible, and it's really important to have hope, and we want to support you in your recovery journey.
I suppose recovery meaning different things to different people. We're very much about supporting people in their own journey, about the goals that they want to reach. And one of the things we tried to do over the last few weeks is introduce a number of to give people access to digital photography workshops so that they could try something new, a new hobby. So yeah, I think International Recovery Day is important because it shows people that there is hope, and really just tapping into the examples that some people have set in terms of their own recovery and letting other people out there who might be struggling, who might be at a different stage of their addiction journey, that change is possible, and that would help us out there.
After this course, I just know how to use another option of cameras which I never used before. Also, I'm learning how to use the software to make pictures better. So it's like, I think it's like my new hobby. Recovery is like everything for me. Just because I have that support, I feel like I get from the life the second chance.
The reason why a course on photography is so important in recovery is that the fundamental core of recovery being successful is being able to look at yourself. And part of that is also being able to look at the world and make sense of it. And that's where Powell's image, in fact all of his images were very strong, but the final image that we chose was of the Glendalough Valley from the miners' village looking down, and it's a very, very good landscape compositional image, but it also feeds directly into recovery, because getting to a place like that, being able to appreciate a place like that, but also the way it was composed, and to me it very clearly illustrated in beautiful photographic terms, what a recovery journey looks like post-recovery.
So tonight on the 30th of September, we are delighted to be celebrating recovery and challenging stigma. In the rehearsals and being involved in that, this has also been quite an organic process. So, you know, things have gone wrong. We've had restrictions, the dreaded COVID, and with all of those things, it hasn't stopped us. The guys involved in tonight, you know, they are problem solving, they are thinking of new ways to do things, thinking outside the box. So it's been a really exciting privilege to have journeyed with them in that. The pieces are specifically around looking at the stigma and prejudices that can often be associated with people in addiction. And we really want to challenge that. We want to break through that stigma. The benefits are huge. I think when you're looking at something like self-efficacy, once you achieve something like this, then you can apply that to other areas of your life. And particularly with recovery, it's not an end game, it's an ongoing journey.
Well, first of all, I'd say to them, don't look at it as a weakness, because it takes some courage to go into a treatment centre and find out what's going on in your head. Because, like, it's hard. It's the hardest thing I've ever done, but it's the most rewarding. It's the first thing I ever graduated from. Stigma stops a lot of people. Do you know what I mean? They believe what they hear. Like, if you're called like an addict, you'll always be an addict. And you believe that for years, you know? And to address that, because you know, I've never heard of anything being done before around stigma. And I'm around the world, like, out there. And yeah, the more people know that behind every addict there's a good person.
So it's very important for us here in TRP, part of the overall care plans for our clients is that we like to include a significant other in their process. That could be their mother, their father, their granny, their uncle, their partner, their wife, whoever it may be. So when that person is changing in the programme, the family is changing. It's getting healthy again, it's getting positive again. So it has ripple effects everywhere. Not only to the family, but to the community as a whole.
The staff here, when I came in here first, because I had just a bad attitude, I didn't want to be here. Do you know what I mean? I was never told to go. Never. You know what I mean? And they tell you it's going to be all right, and you can believe them. It's not about the drugs anymore. They'll always be there. It's my behaviours that lead me back into it. The attitude. And then all bets are off. And I'm back out. So I would encourage anyone to seek help.
I suppose we kind of respond and intervene with people from the ages of 18 up, all kind of ages. I've had people here who are 18, 19, 20. I've had people here who are 30, 40, 50, 60 in some cases. So in our book here, in our philosophy here, if you like, to some degree, it's never too late to come into recovery.
So drugs and alcohol are prevalent in our communities, but if a person develops a problem because of drugs and alcohol, or even becomes dependent on them, we want them to know that there's help available. The aim of Recovery Month is to really promote the emergence of a strong and proud recovery community, and also the dedication of the service providers in our communities who not only make recovery possible, but accessible to all.
There is nothing more joyful, I suppose, for the staff here and for myself to see someone come in right at the beginning broken, going through the whole process here, and coming out the other end a confident, self-assured person. Still insecurities like us all, we're all only humans at the end of the day, but they're a lot more confident, a lot more self-assured. They're walking out here into a college or into a part-time or a full-time job. We have all that set up at the end of the programme from here during the move-on phase. So to watch somebody progress through the whole process here is just absolutely amazing.
You know, I can't say enough about the staff. Every staff member here has helped me, took time, you know, showed me a bit of respect, you know. Yeah, I can't say enough about them, being honest. They're just brilliant. No judgment, no stigma.